Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, sometimes on the channel we go over crazy Karens, crazy criminals, that type of stuff, but today I wanted to talk about the evolution of a Karen and a criminal. That's right, the criminal mastermind that is also a Karen ended up getting into a high-speed chase over a traffic stop, crashing into multiple cars and throwing fake snakes at cops. A Karen of this magnitude that's also being a dumb criminal. I just knew I had to talk about it, so yeah, without further ado, let's go. Florida woman accused of crashing into multiple cars and throwing fake snakes to evade traffic stop. Listen, I don't think anyone likes being pulled over, you know, no one wants a ticket. That being said, it's definitely easier to just take the speeding ticket than it is to go on a chase where you're gonna crash into multiple cars. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be an expensive fix and your insurance company's not gonna be thrilled about that one. Yeah, I'd like to make a claim. I was evading police and ended up crashing into 9 cars. Can you guys cover that, please? I can't afford it. Seriously though, I love the fake snake edition. What, did she think that the police that were following her at this point and had just watched her crash into multiple vehicles would be like, oh my gosh, she threw a snake from the car. We have to call off the entire pursuit. Just let her go. Let her go. She has snakes. I'm not messing with that one. She's just basing all of this off Indiana Jones, you know? He's really afraid of snakes, and I'm pretty sure all cops like Indiana Jones, so therefore cops should also be afraid of snakes. She also just had it ready on the passenger seat, like she's always cruising, no matter what, whether she's going 12 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour, fake snake is ready to go just in case she has to take evasive maneuvers and get someone off her tail. How often is she being followed to the point where she's like throwing fake snakes at people? Every time her family has made fun of her for keeping the fake snake, she threw it at the cops. She's like, that'll teach my family to make fun of me. It ended up saving me in this scenario. The only problem is, in her mind, getting saved is still getting arrested because obviously the cops didn't cancel the search after the fake snake was thrown. In Martin County, Florida, a woman was arrested after crashing into multiple vehicles and throwing a fake snake at deputies in an attempt to flee a traffic stop in Martin County Wednesday afternoon, deputies said. Of course it was Florida. What is going on in the water in Florida? I mean, seriously, every time I find one of these stories where someone just does something unhinged, it always happens to be in Florida. I'm not even looking for it, dude. It just is what it is. Something about Florida is a real-life Grand Theft Auto server. Everyone's just doing what they want. I'm gonna throw a snake at the deputies to try to get them off my trail. Something about having Disney World that close to them in the state just makes them feel like no rules apply. It's just constantly a vacation. Disneyland, where your dreams come true. My dream is evading officers. Well, Walt was a fan of making dreams come true, so why not? YOLO, Disney supports you in evading the officer. I just feel like she definitely didn't think this through because, as I said, it was just a traffic stop. I don't know if she had something in the car or whatever, but I'm assuming a traffic stop usually doesn't end in as much trouble as she's going to be in now. I mean, maybe you get a ticket, maybe whatever, the vehicle gets impounded because the taillights are out. That sucks, absolutely. But you're gonna spend way more time in the courthouse now that you've went on the run, hit multiple cars. She ended up actually hitting one of the sheriff's cars too, so that's not very swag. She was just on a rampage, and you'd think if you're gonna go on a rampage like that, you'd be in a monster truck or something, but no, she's really just vibing, going crazy in a Prius. Listen, I think no matter what car you're in, it would be ridiculous to go on a high-speed chase, start smacking into cars. It's just stupid no matter what you're driving. But it's especially stupid if you're not thinking any of this through, smacking into cars in your tiny little sedan. Not only wrecking their cars, but totaling yours in the process. It just makes even less sense. You know, the guy who was originally pulling her over was probably so confused. He's like, ma'am, I was just pulling over to tell you that your back left tire looked a little bit flat. Why did you go on a high-speed chase? I'm really not understanding. It's his first day on the job. From then on, he's just insanely paranoid when pulling over people named Karen. Don LaShawn LaPrade, who's 54, faces multiple charges with additional charges possible, including 4 counts of aggravated assault on a police officer and fleeing and eluding. According to investigators, the chase began when the suspect intentionally hit one of the sheriff's office vehicles as she tried to evade a traffic stop. Alright, evading a traffic stop isn't very well thought out, but it's especially dumb if you're gonna hit the cop car while you're trying to flee. I mean, come on. They're gonna be basically calling everyone in the county to come get you after that one. Automatic upgrade to 3 stars. If you rob the convenience store, you just get 2. You hit the cop car, you're going up to 3. 3 stars they're not going to give up on as easily. I'm just saying, since she seems to be wanting to live life like it's Grand Theft Auto, I'll break it down. I also think that's arguably one of the worst names you could possibly have. Don LaShawn LaPrade. Don LaShawn? I mean, at least it's not Karen. I guess I'll give it that. You know, that would have been really funny if the person behind this was actually named Karen, but I feel like that's a pretty out there name. But hey, I call myself Scrubae, so I guess I can't really talk about people's nickname choices now, can I? Like I said, I would never encourage anyone running from the cops, but I guess if she started by hitting a cop car, it makes sense why at that point she was just smacking into any car that got in her way. Well, whatever, I already hit a cop car. It's not like hitting some random person's SUV is gonna get me in more trouble. I mean, sure, it's just tacking on charges, but you're definitely getting in trouble for smacking the cop car at that point. Might as well live out your Monster Jam fantasies, pretend you're Gravedigger, and start running things over. I just would really love to know what made her think that running was a good idea, man. Like, I've just never understood that. All right, they've got the dash cam, they have your license plate, they have the car, they've probably started talking to you. Now's the time to run. When they already know who you are, like, it's just such a dumb idea. Especially if you're gonna start smacking into their cars. Whatever, the odds of running away from the cops in a car, I'm sure are pretty low. But they're especially low if you're gonna smack into the car. If they didn't give up after you hit them with your car, what made her think that the fake snake was the good addition too? Alright, I've literally tried to run them off the road. I've ran them with a vehicle. I know, the fake snake trick. That one always works. She fled deputies, reaching speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, hitting another patrol car and a civilian truck, injuring 3 people inside before ending up on Warefield Boulevard, a Facebook post from the sheriff's office reads. While driving, she motioned to the deputies she had a weapon and drove erratically, trying to cause them to crash, the post said. When deputies approached the suspect, she threw a fake snake at them, the post continues. I hope everybody in the truck makes a safe recovery. I think that would be insanely horrifying. You're just like driving on your way to the grocery store and some crazy lady, Don LaShawn, just starts smacking into you while driving. She was definitely putting the pedal to the metal too, had a little Lightning McQueen moment, reaching speeds up to 100 miles per hour. Oh, I'm gonna lose the cops. Nah, I think at that point they're probably calling in the helicopters. I don't know if they actually did, but I feel like after you start hitting multiple cop cars, you're just ramming into cars and traffic, you're going 100 miles per hour. They can't let you go. Like, at that point, you're just straight up a menace to society. You're being too dangerous, allegedly. Still not really understanding the fake snake thing, though. Alright, they've got me cornered. They finally spun me out. I've smacked into multiple vehicles, gone over 100 miles per hour, caused chaos in the city. I know. Go get him, Peter. That's the name of her fake snake for the purpose of the video. The only problem is it's rubber, so she threw it out. It just kind of laid on the floor. Peter, get him. Get him, Peter. And it's just like rubber snake, so no response whatsoever. I would love to know what everybody on the street she got arrested on was thinking. Like, if it was a commercial street, there's all these little tiny boutique shops, some dude who just sells antiques. Looking out the window, yep, another day in Florida, as the lady's like arrested in the middle of the road. Car all battered up. The only thing she's yelling is, I wish I had another rubber snake to throw. Yep, I love selling antiques in this city. Sure never gets old. The one thing I will say is I'm sure living in Florida is entertaining, just like the local news. The local news in Florida is basically just a commentary video. A man arrested in a Waffle House for pulling out his own waffle iron and trying to make his own waffles. And when the chef told him to stop, he proceeded to throw the waffle iron at him. Like, just the most absurd stuff on a daily basis from Hank with Channel 7 News. 4 people were transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries following the crashes, deputies said, and according to the sheriff's office, the deputies hit by the women were not injured. LaPrade was booked into jail and is being held on a $90,000 bond. Alright, I'm very glad nobody got hurt. Seriously, obviously people are in the hospital, but for being hit from a car going potentially up to 100 miles per hour, no life-threatening injuries is a good thing. I hope everybody makes a speedy recovery. And I know $90,000 is a lot of money. I'm not trying to say that that's like a tiny sum. I'm not trying to say that 90K is easy to come by. That being said, I would have expected the bail to be a little bit higher just considering what has gone down. She goes on a high-speed chase, crashes into multiple cars, hits a couple of the sheriff's cars, sends people to the hospital, and she's only got a $90,000 bail. I know I say only. Like I said, that is a large amount of money, but my goodness, you think they'd up that a little bit. Or just suspend the license. Not that she really cares too much about traffic laws in the first place, it looks like, but still. Last thing you want is for her to bail herself out of jail, get in the car, and start driving home. Overall, I guess what's wild about this to me is that it was just a normal day up until Karen decided to start living that GTA lifestyle. Gotta be careful in Florida. You never know when a crazy person's just gonna start swerving in the road. Like I said, I'm glad everyone's okay. I just thought that this particular story you guys might find a little bit funny, entertaining. We need to start getting those defensive driving classes out there. The anti-Karen driving class where you learn how to handle situations like this. Always got to be prepared with a rubber snake of your own to throw back. It makes Karens have to slam on the brakes and then you can just get away. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video, though. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I'd really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the video. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on those notifications. I'm going to be trying to post at least daily on this channel. If you guys missed the commentary, like reaction, news stuff, then be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, spread the word if you want. But, yeah. On that note, that'll really do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. And hopefully I will see each and every single one of you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.